morning, YouTube. So again, we have another amazing reveal for some brand new cards. This time it is for some brand new cards of DDDs, which are one of Joe's favorite decks, and I absolutely love what they have got. Now, these translations have been provided to, well, not just us, but everyone in general by Ready for Duel. So I thought it'd be good to take you through these and kind of show you what they are, what they've got. They've actually got loads of new cards. I think it's like 9 new cards, which is insanely good. So this is the first time I'm reading these, so I'll be going through their effects at the exact same time that you lot are as well. So we're going to start off with DDD 0 Death King, definitely getting changed name in the TCG. 3000 attack for a level 2 monster, but I'm going to assume it can't be normal summon or set, because I'd be amazed if you can just normal summon a level 2 that is going to be 3000 attack. So it is Pendulum Scale of 0, and its Pendulum effect is as follows. Each of the monster's effects, number 1 and number 2 of this card's name, can only be used once per turn. When this card is face up in your extra deck and a face up DDD or contract card on your field other than itself is destroyed, you get to activate this effect. It can also be activated during the damage step. Special summon this card. Afterwards, you can destroy one card in the field. Wow, that's pretty good. When this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can activate this effect. Place this card in the pendulum zone. Its pendulum effect. Okay, so they've put the pendulum effect and the monster effect the other way around. The pendulum effect is the pendulum effect of this card's name can only be used once per turn. During your main phase of the turn this card was activated, you get to place a contract, permanent spell, I'm assuming continuous spell, or trap card face up from your deck on the field. Wow, okay, you get to get direct access to. The fact that you placing it as well is really, really kind of cool. Let's have a look at the next one. So like I said, these are rough translations. I think they're waiting for the official ones, but obviously I've got to go to work, so I thought I'd get these done as early as I could. Then we get a brand new Quad D, so DDDD, Great Dimension King Arc Crisis. Wow, what a name. And the artwork's absolutely amazing. So let's start with the pendulum effects. 4000 attack, 4000 defense. Wow. So the pendulum effect is you can only use this card's name's pendulum effect once per turn. You get to target any number of contract cards on your field, destroy them. Afterwards, you can special summon Death King P pendulum monsters from your deck or extra deck up to number destroyed. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. So this one will spawn out this one, right? That's cool. Its monster effect is a total of 4 thing type fusions. S, XP, and P monsters. I'm not too sure what the S and XP are. Synchro, maybe? XYZs. Can only be special summoned once per turn by fusion summon or the following methods. If you banish the above cards from your field or graveyard, you can special summon this card from the extra deck. Yeah, I'm not too sure. The total of 4 fiend types. I'm assuming Fusion, Synchro, XYZs, and Pendulum would be my assumption. You can activate this effect when this card is special summoned. The effect of all face-on monsters your opponent could field are negated. This card can attack all opponent's monsters once each. You get to activate this effect when this card in the monster zone is destroyed. Place it into your Pendulum zone as a scale 13. Then they get a brand new Synchro. Look how chilled this guy is, just laid back. DDD Founding King Clovis. So level 6 Synchro, it requires a tuner and then 1 or more non-tuner monster. You can only use the effect once, the first effect once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you get to target one of your banished DD monsters. If you have a contract card on the field, you get to target it from the grave instead and special summon it. If this card is banished, you get to activate this effect. During this turn, if your DD monster attacks a defensive monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent by the amount its attack exceeds its defense. So, yeah, piercing battle damage. Then we get a brand new XYZ, so DDD Wisdom King Solomon. So rank 4, nice, 2 DDs, so it's not generic, love that. I always like it when cards are specific for their art type, it means they can't get abused in other decks. You can activate this effect by detaching 1 XYZ material from this card. Add a DD card from the deck to the hand. If this card is banished, you can activate this effect. Where are we? Activate this effect by targeting 1 DD effect monster on your field. That effect monster gains the following effect until the end of this turn. Activate when this card destroys a monster by battle. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. Can you stop chewing on my stuff? Look, come here. I know. Right. Sorry. Dog is currently chewing on 1 of my deck boxes. Love it. move on to a brand new Link monster. So DDD Sky King Zeus Ragnarok. God, I love these names. Come here, you little troublesome. Alright, you can finish off reading these with me. It is Link free. It requires 2 or more DD monsters. You can only use the effect to this card's name once per turn. You can activate this by targeting one DD or contract card on the field. Destroy that card. This turn, in addition to your normal summon, normal pendulum summon, you can pendulum summon a DD monster during your main phase. Nice, you get an additional pendulum summon. When your opponent activates the effect of a monster in their hand, you get to banish a DD monster and 1 contract card from the graveyard to activate this effect, negate the activation. Oh my god, yes! DDDs finally have a way not to just end on Nib. Of course, they did have High Wave King Caesar, but it was a little bit awkward to make sometimes. But I love that. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. God, what an effect. Love that. A brand new contract, so Zero King's contract. For the purpose of the rules, this card's name is also treated as a DD card. You can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. You can activate this effect by targeting a DD card on the field other than Pact of the Zero King. I'm assuming Zero King's contract, that's what this is. Destroy that card and special summon 1 DD monster from your deck. After activating this effect, you can only special summon DD monsters until the end of the turn. Activate during your standby phase, you take 1000 damage. So pretty standard of what a DD contract usually does. 2 new main deck monsters, DD Lance Soldier. Each of the effects, first and second of this card's name, can only be used once per turn. You get to activate this effect by targeting a DD monster on the field. Increase that monster's level by the number of contract cards on the field and in your graveyard. If this card is in the graveyard, you get to activate the effect by targeting a contract card on the field, destroy it, and special summon this card. This card's special summon by this effect is banished when it leaves the field. Another level 2 DD Defense Soldier. Each of the effects, first and second, can only be used once per turn. You can choose and activate one of the following effects. You can activate this by targeting 1 DD card in your pendulum zone, special summon that card. Nice. You can activate this by banishing 1 DD monster from your graveyard. If your DD monster attacks this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards until the end of the damage step. And you can activate this card by banishing this card from the graveyard. Add a DD pendulum monster from your extra deck face up or graveyard to your hand. Nice, bit of recurability. And then the final card is Dimensional Contract. Each of the effects, first and third, can only be used once per turn. You can return 2 contract cards from your graveyard to your deck, then target 1 card on your opponent's field or in their graveyard and banish your graveyard. Banish that card. Cards from your graveyard to your deck, then target 1 card on your opponent's field or your graveyard. I'm assuming you'd probably want to be their graveyard, right? Anyway, activate during the standby phase, you take 1000 damage. You can activate this when this card is destroyed. You gain 500 life points. If this card is destroyed by your opponent's effect, you also regain an additional 500. Okay, cool. I mean, I love the artworks on these ones. So these is obviously like, that's the DD Warrior lady signing her contract with, I can't remember the exact name of this one. Like, this is old DD cards we're talking about. But yeah, I really like these. Obviously, the translations are a little bit loose. We might get a bit more like fine-tuning of these. This one's my standout. I love the fact that they actually have a negate now. Obviously, it does require a bit of a setup, but cards like this for archetypes that lock themselves into DDDs is, in my opinion, well and truly a fair card that they need. Like, you don't want to be playing decks that literally go end phase and they go, okay, cool, nib, and then they auto lose. Not that they would like 100% doing that right now with DDDs, but it's kind of nice to get this. And what I like about this is it's added more extra deck cards and more pendulum cards, which in theory, you don't want to be making a 60 card DDD deck. You still want to be keeping it at a 40. And that's kind of a nice alternative options that you've got is it can kind of replace some of the old DD cards that you're playing. Like, you don't want to have cards that are just so good, but they don't replace the originals, because then you start looking at like 40, 50, 60 card level decks. And that's when you're taking a deck from 40 to 60 and it's already kind of like questionable on consistency, it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to justify. Anyway, let me know what you think of the new cards. I think the artworks are literally 10 out of 10, but DDs have always been that way in my opinion. I think the effects of some of these cards are absolutely amazing. It definitely leans itself more towards the pendulum style version of the DDDs, and I can't wait to actually get these. So these are in Doom of Dimensions, which is, I believe, is the next core set for the OCG. So this will be like the last one for us here in the TCG of 2025. So we've got a long way to go on this, I believe, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. I love the DDD support, and it's looking like a very good year. You know, start the year off with Blue Eye support, and then we're working our way through like future Dark Magician and Hero support, and now we're going to get DDD support. So going to be really, really kind of cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, as absolutely always, stay safe, and of course, happy dueling.